What do I say at the end of every one of my videos? Act now and become unstoppable. Do you know why I say that? I made a video when I was first starting out about the power of momentum and how it can be life-changing to act now despite fear. But how do you actually start doing that? Now, this video isn't going to have action steps for you to text this girl this specific thing or for you to post this specific picture on your Instagram, because this is wide-ranging, right? No matter what your goal is, this is always going to be applicable. And if you're a little bitch who needs action steps and dopamine in every piece of content you watch, this channel probably isn't for you. You can go ahead and click off now. But think about this. What is the most important part of any course or book or content, any piece of content that you watch? It's not actually the action steps. It's the mindset. It's the thinking behind it that leads to the steps, because mindsets make millionaires. And this isn't just with money either. This is for any area of success. Mindsets lead you to that top 1% success in that area. Whenever I was first started working out, I was going to the gym, literally for Boy Scouts, right? I was going to the gym for Scouts, and we had this personal fitness merit badge that we had to work on, and I had never gone to the gym before, but I was going with my buddy, and I was actually pretty excited to do it because me and my friend were both going together, and we were about to work on this badge, which I hated working on merit badges, but like this one seemed kind of cool because like I was about to get strong, bro. I was about to get fucking boulders because I was skinny all throughout my life, especially when I was freaking 13, dude. 5 foot, a little over like 100 pounds maybe, wet. But I started going to the gym with my friends, and the workouts felt so hard. Like it was so hard just to do that work, like to do the pull-ups or to lift the tiny dumbbells a few times. It was really difficult. It just hurt, and the pain wouldn't go away, and days after the pain would stay too. And I couldn't make any progress with it, especially after the merit badge part was over. After we'd gone for like 2 weeks and we'd checked off the requirement, I didn't keep going, even though I wanted to, because I was being bullied and because I felt shitty about myself. I didn't feel strong in my body, but I couldn't force myself to go. I couldn't work up the discipline just because it was too painful. So how did that change from this Luke to the Luke that makes the gym every day? Because if he doesn't, he wants to fucking break a cabinet. I love going to the gym now, man. I feel worse if I skip it than I do if I go. It's my favorite part of the day. This is the point where I have become unstoppable in this area of my life, right? I have so much momentum going for me that I'm not gonna stop. And I'm decent right now, but like one of these days, I'm gonna be fucking jacked as long as I keep on my stuff, right? As long as I keep going to the gym, which I already love to do, as long as I keep on my diet, I'm on the path to becoming unstoppable. And I got here through 2 things. There are 2 things that when they come together, they create this version of yourself. The first thing is growth mindset, and I've already talked about this a lot on my channel. But who do you think about this right now? Who do you think makes more progress with 2 guys playing basketball, right? So one guy thinks he's a born natural, and you know what? He does have some talent. He's got some talent, but he only plays once a week with his friends, and he beats all his friends because they're losers. They suck anyway. But he beats all his friends once a week. Or the guy who knows he's not that good, but he believes that he can improve. And so he practices every day. Who do you think is going to be better in a year? It's the guy who practices every day, right? Because not only is the first guy just kind of playing around, he's just playing with his friends. He's only doing it once a week. On top of that, the other guy is doing daily stuff. He's actually practicing. He's focusing on his weaknesses, bringing up the things he needs to bring up. And he's improving, literally because he believes he can improve. First of all, that's the first step, and then he works towards it. Right now, you think that failure is a bad thing, but it's not. Because every time you fail, that's a place where you can grow. That's a place where you can focus in, dive in, and become better at something. Otherwise, you'd be acting without reservation, right? A secret is that the most successful people also fail the most. They make fools of themselves. They fall on their face again and again. But they don't see the reward as the goal. They see doing the action as the goal. Of course, they want to win the basketball game, but the goal for them to check off every day is making practice, is focusing on the right things. So having a growth mindset so you actually do the work is the first part of this. The second part is something called delayed gratification. Almost everyone you know sacrifices what they want most for what they want right now. And that's what makes them unhappy. Because there are two different types of actions that you can take right now. In any situation ever, there are always two actions you can take. One is the instant gratification. Two is the delayed gratification. Now, you probably already know what this is, literally just from the names of it. Stanford did a study where they put a marshmallow in front of a kid, right? And they said, if you eat this marshmallow, it's going to taste good. But if you wait 15 minutes, just 15 minutes, we'll give you 2 marshmallows instead. And they tracked these kids literally for 40 years afterward. And every person who delayed eating the marshmallow so that they could have 2 was more successful in every area of success that they measured than the kids who chose to eat the marshmallow then, who chose instant gratification rather than delayed. Choosing the option that benefits your future self is always going to be better than the one that benefits your current self. Now, once you become the kind of person where when you do the thing that benefits you in the future, it also feels good to you now, even better than what you could do otherwise, that's when shit really starts to pop off. So for example, me in the gym now. Now it feels better for me to go to the gym than it does for me not to. Plus, me in a year, I'm gonna look back at me now and say, thank you so much for going to the gym, because now I have a body I'm really freaking proud of. So when you combine these two things, a growth mindset and delayed gratification, what do you get? You get the realization that delaying gratification is a skill. It was so hard for me to go to the gym when I first started. And it hurt so bad, and it made me not want to do it because I had low skill in discipline. I had a low skill in choosing the delayed gratification over the instant. But I practiced again and again and again. And now it's easy. It's easy for me to go. It's easy for me to do things that are harder and harder now. Now I can go to the gym and I can do 3 hours of deep work in a day. You can keep stacking things on top and on top of the great things that you're already doing, but it takes progression. You can't expect yourself to be there in a day, right? You have to level up this willpower skill. So stop thinking you aren't the type to go to the gym. You just haven't built the skill of willpower yet. Focus on the small steps. Do one small thing more than you did yesterday. If you didn't go to the gym at all yesterday, putting on your gym clothes is better than nothing. Once you have your gym clothes on, go to the gym. At least just be in the gym. If you want, you can go home after that. That's progress. Day after that, you go to the gym. Maybe you check out the machines. Maybe you do one of them. You go home, that's progress. The day after that, you do 2 machines. Day after that, you're on the treadmill. Day after that, you try out some dumbbell work. The point is, you're getting better and better and putting a little bit more on each day. Exactly how weightlifting works. Each week, you put on a little bit more weight. It's called progressive overload. So track the improvement, right? Know how many days of the week that you went to the gym. Or whatever habit it is, whatever goal you have, track how much you're doing it as opposed to how much you were before. Because now you're making it into a game. You're competing with your past self. You're making it fun. And you're making it so you stare at the wall and you figure out, did I do a good job at this week? If not, why not? Delayed gratification and growth mindset. Those two things are going to lead you to act now and become unstoppable.